What's up, guys? Welcome to the Metal Roofing Channel. I'm Thad Barnette, and we're back. I know it's been a while, but we gotta talk the steel market. Adam Mazzella from Sheffield Metals New Tech Machinery. Thanks for being here, Adam. Hey, we're at IRE 2025 in San Antonio. Our friends at New Tech Machinery has graciously let us use their booth while we're filming this update for you guys. So thanks for being here, Adam.
Thanks for having me, Thad.
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot has happened when it comes to steel and aluminum. So let's talk a little bit about what has happened and kind of what that means for our industry, the architectural metal industry.
Yes, and so I'm glad you mentioned aluminum because we're actually seeing more dramatic swings right now in the aluminum market. Aluminum was already subject to a 10% tariff. So now that 10% is going up to 25% with most countries we deal with. And steel is going up 25%. And again, this is most countries we deal with. It's not all of them. And by the time we even release this, they may have some selectively removed some countries or adjusted what number that they're ultimately going to apply to various countries.
Yeah, and everything is evolving as we speak. The day we're filming this is February 20th. And the idea is to get this out by the time you're watching this should be the following Wednesday. So our goal is to get more of these updates out on a regular basis to keep you guys informed as to what's happening.
Yeah. So, and the strange thing was the last time that Trump enacted Section 232 was March of 2018.
Yep.
Think of everything that has happened in the world from that time to right now. That has caused the supply chain, the pricing, the availability of all of our products, both steel, aluminum, paint, you name it, to have huge spikes in price, issues with availability, shortages, you name it. It's all been there. And the last 6 months has probably been the longest kind of flat period of pricing and supply chain kind of non-chaos in the last 6-7 years. So, this feels more normal again compared to the last 6-7 years.
Totally. And one of the things that we learned from the past several years is when there's tariffs enacted on imports, the domestic steel price is going to increase as well.
Absolutely.
We're not just if you buy only domestic, that doesn't mean you're absolved from this equation.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty simple supply and demand. So the amount of import steel that comes into the United States is predominantly, at least for our world, for steel, is predominantly coming from Asia. You get a good mix from South America and Mexico and things like that, but it's predominantly coming from Asia. As this starts to squeeze, the domestic steel demand is going to start to go up. So the domestic steel demand has been around 70% utilization in the flat rolled world, and that's just flat rolled. That's flat rolled, hot rolled, cold rolled, coated product, galvanized, galvannealed, galvalume. Yep. That's a big world, but it's only about 75%, give or take, utilized. This will squeeze that utilization to go up. With that squeeze of utilization going up, it's simple economics, simple supply demand. I don't view this as a bad thing. What we don't like is uncertainty. So, this is why we do these videos. This is why we want to communicate with our customers, our contractors, to protect your bid, to better be able to communicate with your customer, that end user, so you can make sure you're not ultimately going to get burned. You're not going to have to be delivering bad news to your customer or eat the difference of a price increase that is going to inevitably be coming up.
Yeah, so we always say stay close to your supplier, communicate if you know of large bids coming down the pipeline, to make sure that there's no surprises and you can control as much as you can control.
Yep, that's exactly what we want to do.
Is there going to be any way to answer those questions going forward? Is there anything coming down, from the federal government coming up in the next month or two that will answer some of those questions?
So short term, maybe. It only depends on what's going to happen. What we have seen just in the last week or 2 weeks is a pretty significant increase in aluminum, significant increase in aluminum. We've seen a sharp rise there. Steel, we've seen a pretty steady rise. The CRU yesterday went up 40 points at one point. I don't know if it came back down, but it went up $40 a ton, I should say. That's 2 cents a pound on steel that we would ultimately pass along to our customers as the market kind of progresses. So what I would expect what Sheffield would expect is a price increase being implemented roughly March 1 announcement to take effect around April 1st. We anticipate, that rush that, a lot of us and our competitors are doing with the mills, that's just going to cascade down to our customers. So there may be limitations on what customers can buy. There will definitively be price increases. We've seen increases announced on paint, on coating services, and ultimately steel and aluminum are both subject to significant increases over the next few weeks. And that, we'll see how far that goes.
Yeah.
Nobody has a crystal ball. Ultimately, we want to protect our customer by feeding information.
Okay, so if when Sheffield does a price increase, you give 30 days notice to the contractors, is that right?
Yes, that's sort of our standard MO. We want to make sure that we give people 30 days advance notice. We want to be able to have our customers communicate to their customer that, hey, this bid is only good until April 1. If I don't order by April 1, I need to pass this increase along to you. We're happy to pass along increased letters and notices to our customers so they can then share those with their customers if need be.
The metal markets, steel and aluminum, are dynamic, they change, uncertainty drives pricing up, that's just how it goes. So we are committed to giving you all the information that we have when we have it. So it's very important, stay tuned to this channel. We're committed to providing you those updates. Stay in touch with your metal supplier, with your reps. Keep that communication flowing. So we'll be back with another update shortly. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you.